It's made out of 1948.
Vintage.
Great year.
That makes it vintage, yes. It's amazing. Now we call old things vintage. I am vintage.
Wow. So, were you born in 1948?
No, why? Do you have to be born in 1948 to be vintage?
You're just not.
You're
If I were a
vintage.
car,
You're
if
just
I
not
were a
that
car,
vintage.
I would be considered a classic car. You could put classic plates on me.
Did you say he was born in 1950?
Yeah.
You were close.
I know.
1960?
No.
1951.
You're going the wrong direction compared to Levi's.
What?
1948.
Oh, you're not as close. You're not as close. as
1965?
Oh.
1966?
No.
67?
No.
68?
No.
69?
No. Yes.
70?
Yeah.
Oh, he's 53.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Well,
What?
not if I was born on December 22nd or later.
Okay, were you?
Why are you saying that?
Okay,
Well, because I'm just making a point.
There's no reason for the point to be made.
I'm just saying, a large majority of people are not.
Especially at this time of the year.
Yeah.
Almost everyone who was born in 1970 is 53 right
The
now.
least likely birthday is Christmas.
Why?
I don't know.
Are you making that up?
No, I think I read that somewhere.
He's literally just made that up.
I think so too. Did you know that 80% of statistics are made up on the spot 90% of the time?
He made that.
Whoa. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Leap day.
And I agree 100%.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to this discussion. Sorry, I hated to interrupt it. What, Leaf?
Did you know that most cereal killers were born in November?
Well, I do eat a good bowl of cereal, but I was born in August.
Simon's literally a serial
Yeah,
killer.
the least common birthday other than Leap Day is Christmas.
That's not true. I was
'Cause-
born on Christmas.
Yeah.
Were you really?
No.
Yeah.
She's lying.
No, I'm not. Why do you think I invested so many Christmas sweaters? Because I love
He's
Christmas.
gonna go look up your birthday.
You
Do you have a charging block?
Not if your birthday is
Not if your birthday isn't when you just said it was.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, I lied. I'm sorry.
You gotta tell me your real birthday.
It's just really close.
It's not enough.
It's the middle of August.
Sorry. Can I have a charging
The only reason I'm not really yelling at you is because all the good people were born in August.
He was born in
That's
August.
true.
He was born in August.
But I do still believe that we should remove the month of May from the calendar.
Why?
Why?
I vote February.
I can give you 4 great reasons to remove the month of May from the calendar. Number 1, Mother's Day.
You know, we didn't also have the same birthday.
Number 2, my wife's birthday. Number 3, my daughter's birthday. And number 4, my son's birthday.
Wait,
Now, if
Wait,
you
why do you
remove
vote your daughter over your son?
it, because I went in order of age.
Okay,
My daughter
yeah.
is older
Can I
than my
please have
son.
charging block?
So,
Can I please?
so without the month of May, I would have a lot more money.
That's
Well,
nice.
without the month of December, I would have a lot more
How
money.
dare your family be born?
I know. How dare you? You need one too?
Without the month of December, I'd be like really rich.
That is a lovely sweater that you have on. I'm sure everyone would like to see that sweater.
Mr. Brand, can I have one?
Santa.
If there's 3
I
here,
love that.
It's,
What? That doesn't make any sense.
It's on the bottom.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say what?
Santa.
Santa.
Santa. Dog.
Santa.
Mr. Brand, you know, like me because I was born in May.
Okay, reason 5. Cynthia was born in May.
You know, we have the same birthday, same day,
What day?
Same hour.
same
Same
hour,
minute.
same
May
second.
26th? Really? Shut up. My son was born on May 27th.
No, wait, shut
He's
up.
trying to copy.
But my daughter has the best birthday.
What is it?
543.
Mine's 8.
Oh, wow.
My brother was born.
Ah, May 4th.
Yeah.
2003.
2003. 543.
So she's 21 or 20?
She's 20.
Oh,
So who is the third one?
Stop.
I
I was in my
think
cousin.
Graham was born.
Not me, but like, you know what?
Who?
So, because somebody did ask.
I care so much.
Oh, I feel like
She
the worst
hates
one. No
it.
one raised their hand.
That's a joke because I don't care. I have her next
Correct. You get taken out of gifts if you're born in December.
I'm biased.
Yeah, you're born in December?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I turned 506.
Oh yeah, on our 12th birthday when we turned 26.
I have the cake tag.
I've never met an
And then
honest.
we-
I like live.
Yep. And 40.
Wait,
And 40.
Excuse. That's all I hear. Get here on time.
Mr. Brown.
What?
I'm gonna need we got like party
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Are you ready? It's almost up.
Can you explain to me how you turned 556 this year?
506.
5 plus 6 plus 6.
What?
17.
I do math on that.
I fully expected him to take that.
I thought he was
Put
gonna
in
take
the
it and
thing.
put it in the thing. 100%. I was like, oh, that was
I
stupid.
turned 506.
So 17.
I'm not lying.
Okay. Okay.
You're 17?
See?
Yeah.
Man,
And my daughter, we named Sierra. You know why?
What does that have to
we're
do with
horrible names.
No. Thanks, Nadia. But we named her Sierra because without her, I'd have a new truck every other year sitting in my driveway.
Oh, so
Oh.
Because she costs a lot of money. My wife stopped me before I could name my son Vegas. So,
Vegas?
yes, because without him, I'd be going to Vegas every year.
I know, right? You are
Wait, what's your last name? Last name?
Like when you were like, I would divorce
Did you really just ask me what my last name is? You don't know my last name as your teacher. None of your business. My parents were weird that way. They named me none of your business.
Christopher.
Christopher.
Christopher Brand. That's his full name.
Yep. Christopher Brand.
Christopher Raisin Brand.
Double Brand. Jared, why are you absent again?
Oh
I don't know.
Okay, I'll send a
my
note
god.
to it.
Christopher Raisin Brand. That's his actual name. Spread the word. Guys.
Oh my God, I've never heard me called that.
Yeah, I know.
Never been called Raisin Bran, never been called Oat Bran, never been called Bran Muffin. Oh my God, amazing.
Brand muffin.
Amazing.
I've been called the pair of jeans.
Now, Bran, fairly easy name, right? But when I was a kid, they would somehow pronounce Bran Braun, Brown, Brun.
Is your hairline like that?
People, old people just call me Brand.
Huh?
Levi. Is your hairline like that logo from Levi? Like that?
What is the Levi's logo? That's McDonald's.
No.
No, it's also Levi. Levi,
Levi's like
Really?
it's kind of like a shallow V, a very shallow V on the back of Levi
That
jeans.
was crazy. Oh, this.
Oh, that
Do
thing?
you have that hairline?
Yeah, he does.
I do not.
What do you mean, does he have that hairline?
Oh, I'm just saying, if he's a Levi, he should be.
Oh, you do.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
That's funny.
I
That is funny.
feel like my earring hurts too.
I kind of do that, you know. As a Levi, you would.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Just you would. It's something all Levi's have.
Have you ever met another Levi?
I
Exactly. What
I
are you
actually
talking
have.
about?
I've
I'm
had
using
another-
that.
All right.
Why are you lying right now?
I'm not lying. He still lives there.
Why are you lying?
Are you adding stuff in? Why are you adding stuff in?
What?
You put in.
Well, because I thought I should make him look correct. Don't you think so?
How dare you?
I know.
Not-
I
Are
know.
you not?
I didn't add it into yours, though. Don't worry.
What is that?
I don't know.
All right. 13, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. How did I get 15 when I got 13 on
What
here?
do we serve them?
Food.
Dun, 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 dun.
What do we serve them?
Oh, Jasmine's here.
This looks
Spices.
too
Really,
healthy.
is a given surname means burned clear.
What?
What?
Burnt clear.
Why is my name always so stupid?
Okay, at least you're not named the.
Why is your name always so I had a question of the day, but these are much better questions of the day you guys are coming up with.
Why is my name stupid?
Levi, thank you. I'm gonna go there.
Whenever I search my name, all
Oh, my
that
26th
comes up is the
birthday.
band.
I'm gonna go.
Okay,
Travis food.
ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages. Anybody else not covered in the opening statement? And Najma,
Company?
listen.
Mine's an education.
So what's the best thing about the holiday season that does not include no school? So don't tell me no school.
Everything's like 50% off.
What?
Everything's like
It's
50%
not just food.
off.
It's giving.
Everything is
This
like
was really
50% off.
Where they have a company.
Okay, everything's on sale. Never thought about the holiday season that way, but okay, everything is on sale. Go ahead, Leaf. Give us something good.
No, this
I
isn't
get
charging.
A lot.
Am I wrong?
Does not include not having school. Okay, good. You get to sleep a lot. Why? What is the big deal about sleeping a lot?
I don't.
This is not working.
I'm a developing person.
Jacqueline, the food, good food, lots of food. Everywhere you go, there's food, right? Okay.
I don't have to see you every morning.
I'm at 3%. I'm
That
at
hurts,
2%.
Stick dog.
That
It's
really
not working.
hurts.
It's nice for your
Help.
That really hurts, Cynthia.
I'm an autistic dog.
I'll control my emotions. What else?
I'm gonna die.
Giving and getting gifts.
You're gonna die. That's the best thing about the holiday season.
I'm an autistic dog, according to my name.
Basically.
I like having
Not
Help!
Your headphone.
I'm listening to a math class.
No,
I have
Can't
7
do questions
I have
of the day.
7
I have
minutes
project
left.
due.
I have like actually 3
I understand that, but you can't have your headphones in class. Otherwise, I gotta take them away from you. I know it's terrible having rules that we have to follow, right?
It's okay. There's
All right. What else? What else? What else? Starbucks coffee is the best thing about the holiday
What
season.
was the question?
Ooh, yeah. Like,
What is the best thing about the holiday season? Is Starbucks 50% off too?
I don't get to go
Is
to
Starbucks 50% off?
I love that when brands release like limited.
Do I have another charger? How many do we need? Have you plugged it into your computer?
Doesn't work.
You know, Mr. Quinn's not even here today.
Really, it says that does not include
Thank
music.
God.
For real.
Wait,
What
Mr.
he
Quinn is
said.
sick?
Yeah,
But-
he said like he said
Like,
like
so,
I'm gonna be
did you do
sick.
graph E yesterday?
How are you gonna know?
How you gonna
No, we did not.
Yeah, no, I just
Bring it here.
4
You
minutes.
can tell the future.
Oh, 3 minutes.
Oh, I'm also a light teacher. How much am I?
Try that.
Am I not allowed to say no? No, that's not today.
Yeah, I'm a light teacher.
Okay. Oh my god, did you see that?
Oh
It
my
turned to 1 minute and then it said calculated.
I'm a light fixture.
That was
I'm an
crazy.
autistic dog.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'm good.
Because your computer might have actually just shut off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine it's still.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get through what we got to get through today. Tomorrow you got a lab. Okay?
Hey.
Why don't we have a lab on Friday?
Yeah, why would you do that?
Why do you guys complain about
Because it's
everything?
Christmas
If
break.
we have a quiz on Friday, you complain about it. If we have a lab on Friday, you complain about it. If I lecture on Friday, you complain about it.
Yeah, Friday should just like not be.
We should just not do it.
Friday should not be a day. Well, you go to the U.S. government, you get them to take off Friday out of the calendar, and we won't have it anymore.
Okay. No, like necessarily.
Alright, okay.
I'm not gonna be here.
I'm like, it shouldn't be a day.
Just think about it. If we do nothing, then you don't have to do anything either.
Yeah.
No, because I still got a plan for you doing nothing.
No, you don't.
Sure I do.
Okay.
Just don't plan anything.
Just Mr. Nelson.
Oh yeah,
and
that'd
then
go well
put
with the
Victor
that'd go
Brady
well
on
with
the
Miss
board.
Firk and Miss
then
Lip
we
in the
all
main
play
office.
Hangman.
What are you doing in class today? Nothing. Why? Because that's what the kids wanted to do.
How would they know?
Oh, okay.
How, who is gonna ask you?
What are you doing in class today, Mr. Ram?
Who's gonna ask you that?
So what do I put on my lesson
Do you
plans?
not know how to lie?
Me? Lie? Never.
Oh.
Okay, just put, we watched a show about chemistry.
What show?
The history of chemistry.
Put on
Was
a
it
show
approved?
about
Was it
chemistry.
approved by the
Science
district? Because if it wasn't approved by the
Then
district,
go
I can't
on
show
the
it.
district approved shows and then find first chemistry. We can watch one outside.
You know what? Watch Inside Out. Because
It literally
Yeah.
looks the chemistry of the brain
Yeah.
and how we chemistry with other people.
Yeah, emotional react like chemical reactions within the brain.
Are you buying any of this? Because I'm not either.
I don't know. I have.
Yes, Joe, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Inside Out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful.
well, no, just
All
say
right,
you
I'll
watch
tell you what.
Inside Out.
Next week, Monday, we'll watch Inside Out.
This is not funny. You made this joke 400 million times.
400
Yes.
million.
Yes.
And you say I lie.
It's called a
For
hyperbole.
It's called a what?
Hyperbole.
She's way over there. That's way high. Okay, I have not done it 400
No,
million
because
It's
times.
just a little bit of an
In
over-exaggeration.
the past 3 days, anytime we say anything, next week Monday. That's what you say.
Oh,
Every
kind of
single
like
time.
anytime I say what we're doing. Why are we doing that on Friday? Why are we doing that on Friday? Why we got a lab? Why do we got a quiz? Why do we got a this? Why do we got a that?
But at least I've only ever said that this week. I haven't said that
I've only ever said that joke this week.
No, you say that every single
I
time
think you
we
did
suggest
say-
anything.
Last
I'll
week,
tell you what.
last week
Next
you
week,
said
Monday,
something
we'll do
about
it.
this is the last test we have to do this year.
So you're saying
told
that
you
last
we
week I
would
said
make
we
a
would do
year joke,
something
too.
this week Monday. Did we do it this
told you
week
we would
Monday?
make a year joke.
See you guys next year. And you said this is the last test of the year.
I knew you would make a joke like that.
It's not a joke, it's the truth. Tomorrow's lab will be the last lab we do this year.
Oh my god.
That's the truth. I'm sorry if you don't like that.
You're joking.
No, I'm not joking.
You're joking.
It will be the last lab we do this year.
Let's not. Push his ego.
Okay, let's go and let's talk
Wait,
about.
No, clearly not, because we have a lab this Friday.
And if didn't you?
And I said tomorrow's lab.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh, that's because we don't listen half the time.
No,
Well,
Didn't you say
it's
during
fine.
finals we're gonna be doing a lab?
I said that during finals there will be a lab project. Yes.
What lab are we doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow's lab?
Yeah.
Thermal degradation of mixed polysaccharides.
What's that?
Yeah.
You'll have to wait till tomorrow to find out.
That doesn't seem like
Because then what am I going to do tomorrow?
Doesn't feel very
We
good.
better be discovering how snow works. Because
How snow works.
how to
Wow,
snow
let's do that. Okay, go back to physical science. Water freezes,
Oh, we
makes
actually-
snow. Oh, we're
we
done.
never took it.
Okay.
We never took it.
Okay, good. I just explained it to you. We're done. That's how
You gotta
snow works.
Study how it forms. And why it's
Open
in
your
the
computers up to your EISN. Let's
We
get
should,
done
like,
what we got to
see
get
how
done today.
each one gets its own shape.
Yeah, how does each one have its own unique shape?
What?
Let's look
Because
at
they
it.
all freeze differently.
But
How?
has,
Why?
how
Why?
has no two snowflakes ever frozen the
Why
same?
don't they all?
I don't know
just
if
do the
anybody
same?
has ever actually
What
checked.
about evolving?
So maybe they have.
I think they have.
But because of the
Evolution.
polar nature of water and how it combines when it freezes and the shape that it takes, it will sometimes have a different shape than others. Plus the fact that when you're talking about freezing, I don't know, 1 billion different molecules into a crystalline shape, you could probably get a lot of different shapes.
What's your source?
Listen, we can make a whole
Google.
presentation out of this.
Do you have an MLA format?
I don't know what MLA is. So
How did you get
How
out
did
of
you
high
pass
school?
college?
Yeah, how did you get here?
I got a lot of deductions for citations, I can tell you that.
Did you really?
Yes.
I'm just saying. I don't.
You were
My
so
grad
lucky.
teacher hated my reports. This is not in the proper format. Tough, deal with it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here we go. This is where we left off.
It sounds like you.
Okay? Curved line means a non-constant. Something is changing. If the line is going up, that means it is a direct relationship. Okay? So, the shape of this line is curved, and it is going upward. Now, it is different than the last one, which was curved and going upward. We don't care about the shape. All we care about is the fact that both of these graphs are going upward. So, since it is a curved line, that is going to be a non-constant relationship. And again, I don't care if you want to do exponential or logarithmic, whatever. I don't care what you want to call it mathematically. I don't care. It's just not straight. So it is a non-constant relationship. And then because it is increasing or going up, ladies and gentlemen, it is a direct relationship. Please remember, variables can only go in two directions. What are they?
Up or down.
Up or down. Numbers can only increase or decrease, go up or go down. So when you're talking about variables, we're talking about things that are changing. Time is changing, distance is changing. Okay? Time is changing, distance is changing. So as time goes by, the distance increases, but it doesn't do it at a constant rate. Starts out increasing fairly fast, and then as we go, it slows down increasing. Okay? Again, all of that out of the graph. Look at there. I even put titles and labels on them for you yesterday. You're welcome. Good, because I thought I heard some French or something. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
Jerky
questions?
store in Europe.
What's that?
They have a jerky store in Europe.
Oh, is this because we kept saying
They have a
there's no
jerky
bacon?
store in Europe.
Yeah.
Great, good to know.
It's under my name.
All right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we still have a curved line here. But now it is decreasing or going down. So the curved line again means non-constant relationship. Okay? Changing. And the decreasing now means inverse relationship. Now, actually, there are two ways to look at a direct relationship. We could say that both variables are increasing, Or depending on how you look at them, you could say that both variables are decreasing. It doesn't matter. They're still going in the same direction. In an inverse relationship, one of the variables is going up and one of them is going down. That is what gives us an inverse relationship. So as time increases here, the distance is decreasing. That's your inverse relationship. Questions? Okay.
Wait.
Sorry.
I have a jerky store in here. Under my
Okay.
name.
They have one jerky store in here.
I have a jerky store under my name.
Oh, under your.
Sue them for infringement.
Well, they could have been established before I was. So I don't know.
Then be careful because they may sue you for infringement.
Technically.
I don't know.
Can I sue you for infringement?
Okay.
How?
I don't know.
You can try.
I didn't find something.
You can go ahead. Can't take money from someone who doesn't have any.
My
All right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, again, we've got two lines here. They are both straight. They are both going up. So they are both constant, but they are both increased, or they are both constant and they are both direct. Now, the difference between these is what?
They are.
The rate, the slope, however you want to say it. The constant is different. This one is going up much faster than this one. So even when you have two lines that are straight, two lines that are increasing, there can be different things about them still. Okay? Now, in science, we love straight lines. The reason we love straight lines is because it's very easy to find the formula of a straight line, which is what?
One.
No, formula of a straight line.
Why?
Oh.
Y equals mx plus b.
You should have said the formula for slope.
Okay, the formula for slope is y equals mx plus b. Okay? Now, what's on the y-axis here?
Distance.
Distance. Okay, what's on the x-axis?
Time.
Okay? So again, we can plug those in for y, we can plug those in for x if we were to solve a formula with them. Okay? But again, the nice part about a slope formula of a line, a straight line, is it's easy to use, it's easy to interpret. Okay? Questions? What would we know about the slope of this one compared to this one? It would be bigger. It would be a larger number, correct?
Mhm.
Okay? But again, both of them are not changing. Both of them are staying the same. Questions? All right. So now we're going to actually practice creating some graphs because it's something you're going to do in here fairly often. Okay? When you create a graph, few things. Number one, every graph has to have a title. And for a title, we will use the variable on the x-axis versus the variable on the y-axis. Okay? Now, the other thing is you are going to put labels and units on every axis. The reason for that is you want people to be able to interpret what the numbers are meaning, have some idea about them. And then on the next graphs, you're going to add something called a trend line. Now, if you're good with Google Sheets and you've done this before, you're going to be just fine. If you haven't, hopefully you will catch on how to do it. So every graph begins with a table, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So here's a table of temperature versus solubility. When you look at the numbers, what's happening to the temperatures here? Increasing. What is happening to the solubilities here? They are increasing as well. Okay? So there is a graph of this information for you. First of all, what kind of relationship? Direct. Why? Because it's going upward. Constant or non-constant? Does that line look straight to you? Okay. So again, doesn't really look straight. Now, one thing you've got to be careful of. Could we tell if it is inverse or direct by looking at the data table?
No.
So what's happening to temperature here?
Wait, what was the
Oh,
question again?
yeah.
Can we tell if this information is a direct relationship by looking at the data table?
Yes.
Definitely. We can see both numbers are going up here, right? Can we tell if it is a constant or non-constant by looking at these numbers?
Yeah. I can
Okay, how?
You could find how much it's increasing on both sides.
Okay. So are these increasing by the same amount each time? No. 20, 30, 60, 100. Difference of 20, difference of 10, difference of 30, difference of 40. Are these increasing by the same amount? Difference of 4, difference of 2, difference of 12, difference of 25. It would be very difficult for us to know if this were a straight line by looking at the numbers. Sometimes maybe not so much so. If it goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then this goes 10, 15, 20, that might be. But that's another reason for graphing this information. It would be very difficult to tell by looking at this information if this were actually a straight line or not. When we put it into a graph, it becomes easier. Okay? Now, just thinking, ladies and gentlemen. I think I might have messed this up. All right, here's what I want you to do, ladies and gentlemen. Click on this graph. Anywhere on the graph, and you should get this information here. Okay? Because when I put the graph in, yes, not it.
How is it going to benefit me in life? Like these graphs.
You're going to get a better grade on your next chemistry test. Would that benefit you in life?
Not really. In the test, but not overall, I guess.
So if you do better on a test, that isn't a benefit to you?
Like,
That doesn't keep your parents happier?
My parents don't really check my grades.
What?
No, they don't.
I'm going to have to call them and talk to
My
them.
mom hasn't checked my grades since elementary school.
Can I ask a question? Will it kill you if you learn this?
Probably.
It might.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
kinda
It might.
Probably.
Never
Okay. Here's the deal I'll make with you then.
Why don't you like
Listen,
make these lessons
listen,
like
listen,
fun?
listen. If I teach you this, if you learn this and it kills you, I will never make you learn it again.
We'll still be dead.
And as a parting gift, I will give you an A in the course.
Thank you so much.
Okay, good. All right, good. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. Okay, so here's what I want you to do, ladies and gentlemen. If you go up here to where it says link chart and you click on those 3 dots, it will say open source. Click on that. Now it's going to take you to a different one than I'm going to. Okay? It's going to take you to this one. All right, and just what I thought would happen would happen. Okay, you need to, when you're on there, go File, make a copy for yourself. File, make a copy. Okay? And you need to make a copy of this Google Sheet. Okay? So that is the first thing that you have to do. Do File, make a copy. Otherwise, when one of you changes it, it's going to change on everybody's. And we don't want that. We don't want that. Okay? We don't want that.
We don't want that.
We don't want that. I think we can agree on this, Nadia.
You don't want that.
We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want Cynthia changing your work.
Yep, I think we don't want
That would be bad. Okay? Good. Nadia's thinking. We're making progress this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Brinley, are you okay?
No, my
My
computer
computer
is being
like
the slowest ever.
copying.
And I
Ever?
can't- it took me
You just got a new one. How can it be the slowest ever?
My computer has been slow for 3 days and I've deleted my history 4 times.
Yeah.
Isn't it supposed to be this?
Hate it when
These
that
computers
happens.
just don't work anymore.
Mr. Quinn, how do we do the graph?
Mr. Quinn.
Or
Mr. Quinn?
Mr. Quinn? Mr. Quinn?
It's
Same
like,
difference.
come here. It's right here.
Jamie, what is the problem?
Who are you talking to?
You, Jamie. What? You don't understand? What? Okay. So after you have made a copy, ladies and gentlemen, okay, go into your Google, into your presentation or your notes and delete this chart that is there. Delete it. Okay? Wait.
All over.
Did you make a copy of this? Did you? Okay, let's go back. Listen.
It's like
When you open the source, did you then make a copy of the graphing
you
activity?
go file, make a copy.
Good. Okay.
We don't get a copy. We get Graham's numbers.
No, then at the bottom,
Okay, we're gonna just use slide 15, right?
go to slide 15.
Go to slide 15.
Oh, I just made like 5 copies
And then
Of what?
of that.
Okay, as long as you made one. Go back onto slide 15
okay.
and delete the graph that is there. Delete the graph that is there, because otherwise what's going to happen is when you change it, again, if we all work on the same graph, when one person changes something, it's going to change for all of you. We don't want that. Okay? Now, go back in to the copy that you just made. Okay? The copy that you just made.
Yeah.
All right? And it looks like this.
This one, but I just
Okay? What you're now going to do is there are a couple of ways of doing what I'm going to show you. You are going to change the title. You're going to change the X and the Y axis labels and units. Now, what did we say always goes on the X axis? The independent variable. When you look at a data table, the first column of the data table is always the independent variable. So down at the bottom here, we have all of these tabs. Slide 15, slide 16, slide 17, slide 18. That's where you're going to get the graphs that you're going to put on each of those slides. Okay? So you're going to eventually take the graphs from here and put it back into your notes. But this is the data table that goes with slide 15, data table 1. So when you're looking at what to put on the X and the Y axis, you're going to find that here. Now, because Google is stupid, there is no way for us to make a degree symbol in Google Sheets. So what I have done is I have used the caret key to raise the letter O to make it a degree symbol by the C. Okay?
Can you even play?
So
Yeah, you did.
this is what we are going to put on which axis?
The
X-axis.
that one.
So you're going to take this information, temperature in degrees Celsius, and you're going to put it on the X-axis. Now, how do you actually do that? Couple things you can do. Number one, you can click right on the label on the X-axis. Double click on it. And it will bring it up for you. You can now go in here and you can now type and you can now change this. Okay? The second way to do it, ladies and gentlemen, is you go up here to Edit Chart. And then you bring up this Setup and Customize tabs. Click on Customize.
You were too fast.
Edit Chart. And then hit Customize.
Mike's saying, well, let me cook
And then you hit
it.
Chart and Axis Titles. Here is where you could change your titles on your X, your Y, and the title of the graph. Okay?
I don't see my text on there. I just want to
So we're basically graphing these data tables on a graph.
The tables are, the data is graphed for you. What you are doing is you are adding the X and the Y axis labels. Oh, she's
I'm
gonna,
gonna spell my name
are you
wrong.
okay? I thought for a minute that's gonna go all over your white shirt. Is that hot cocoa or something? Did you actually get it swallowed or no?
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. Anyway, what now? Okay, go to Edit Chart. Okay, now go to Customize.
My computer would be a poop.
Okay? So literally, ladies and gentlemen, up on the blue bar on the top, hit Edit Chart. Then hit Customize. Then it will give you all of these options. Click on Chart and Axis Titles. And it will again give you options. We want to start with the horizontal axis title. The horizontal is the X-axis. So now you can go into this box right here, ladies and gentlemen, and you can change it to what we want it to be. What do we want it to be?
Temperature?
We want it to be temperature. But we also need a unit. And then we wonder why those charging blocks
Wait,
don't
pause.
work.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
So how do we do the unit?
Temperature.
we
The
look-
caret and then
we
the
look
degree
with our
and the big
eyeballs.
C.
For the degree, we use the small letter O.
The small O.
Small
Oh, you're
O.
right.
Don't use the zero.
Why is
Use
it
the
green?
small letter O. Because you can change it to be whatever you want it to be.
I need to be real
you
with
get
you.
there?
My computer is being
Is
running.
that how you do it?
That
Oh,
was
I
it.
just don't want. See, I don't have a.
You don't have it yet because you'll get it. Don't worry. Go back to that. Go back to the horizontal axis because you didn't put
I don't know
a
what
unit
to
in.
do.
That hurts really bad.
How do I
I
make
kill myself there.
What?
How did I draw a unit?
Okay, listen. Leave. Hurry up.
Sorry.
After you do temperature, put a parenthesis. For the unit, you are going to do the caret key, which is above the 6 on your keyboard, I believe.
Yeah.
Then you're going to do a lowercase letter O. And then you are going to do a capital C. And then you are going to close your parentheses. The unit always goes in parentheses. This is the only way that we can do degrees Celsius. I'm sorry. Yell at Google, don't yell at me.
Mine shows up as a little O.
Does it? How did you get the superscript?
There's not a website.
I'm not sure, it just doesn't.
It's not a
I'm on
website.
international keyboard if that matters.
And maybe it does. Again, good.
Is it-
Okay. You're doing something I'm just not aware, and that's fine.
So
Okay.
we're trying to do Celsius to the degree.
We're trying to do degrees Celsius, yes.
I don't actually know.
All I know is that I cannot,
How to do this.
in this, normally I cannot select just that.
Try 0. I'm stopping you out. Like, it doesn't work.
The word
Oh,
pyramid.
no, I'm saying this.
But it doesn't make it a degree symbol for me.
Wait, what are you pushing?
What if you do it now?
Just shift the,
Just copy and
above the
paste
6,
from
whatever that's called, and then 0.
Oh yeah, that does work on international keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if I'm on an international keyboard or not, so I'm not gonna. If you can do it, that's fine. Point is, some way you have to put a unit in. Fair enough? Okay. Now if you go over and you change your title or your axis, you can select the vertical axis. What's on the vertical axis for this information? Solubility. Solubility is how much solute, like sugar, will dissolve in water.
Oops, I already made it.
Okay? So that's what solubility is, how much it will dissolve. Okay? Now the unit for solubility is a weird one. T-H-A-T. That. T-H-A-T. T-H-A-T. I don't understand why you keep asking me how to spell a word I just spelled for you.
Solubility. How do you spell
Sol-U-Bil-Itty.
Sol.
S-O-L-U-B-I-L-I-T-Y. Solubility.
Ah.
Now the unit. The unit is grams per, so we use the divided sign, 100 grams of water. Close the parenthesis. Now, again, down here are some things that you can play with, ladies and gentlemen. You could change the font size. You could change the font. You could change the format to bold, italics, neither. You could change the color. You can do whatever you want to do to your graph on your axes. I'm going to make my font a little bit smaller only because it doesn't show everything. Okay? Then, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do a chart title. So what is our chart title for this? Temperature versus solubility, and do not put in your units. You don't need units in a title. You need them by the X and the Y axis. You don't need them in the title, please. And it's X axis versus Y axis variable. Now again, if you want to change things, you can change the font, the text color, the font size, things like that. I believe you could move this if you don't want it centered over the chart. You can center it on the right. You could put it on the left-hand side. You can make any changes you want. Okay? Now,
Whoa, bless you. Calm down. You calm down. Sorry. Sorry.
Why can't tomorrow be like a happy day?
Wow. Oh. Well, he's not even here today.
I was like, you're supposed to like answer
Do you like my
questions, and then the
labels?
answer to that,
But the answer's already there.
the answer to that is like, no, the answer is no yet. The answer is one of the other questions will have an answer, and then the answer to that, and then that's the second one.
We're gonna use
What
this
do I
for a lab.
And then the answer you get from that problem.
What did the word?
you're going to use this many times in the lab. That's why I'm teaching it to you.
I don't like.
Okay. So now, ladies and gentlemen, now we need to go back into your EISN. And we are going to import your graph into here.
Why don't we just do it on paper? No, it's the custom place.
No one has graphed on paper in the last 20 years.
I would have to
We're like
math on
that
paper.
yesterday.
Oh,
yeah, Really?
Crap on paper in math.
Okay, math is behind the times.
Okay.
We use technology in science, sorry. Okay?
They don't let us in math.
But
So,
like Mr. Quinn said that like if like you don't
You
know
need to
math,
understand
you need to
it.
like
You need to understand.
You can have the knowledge, but you don't understand.
You have the knowledge, Mr. Brown, but do you really understand how the graphs work?
yeah, I do.
Do you?
So like can you build a phone? Because like if you don't know how to do
Like
it.
you need
That's what
graphs.
you're
Do you know how graphs work? Can you build a phone? I can graph how to
That's
build a
what
phone.
This is exactly what Mr. Quinn
Apple
was telling us
stocks over
yesterday.
the last 50 years.
Okay, I'll make a deal with you. Don't bring up all the good stuff I do in my class and Mr. Quinn's, and don't bring up all the bad stuff he does in his class in
We'll
here.
talk about it next year.
Remember when you
Mr. Grant.
Listen.
When you're building a phone?
So here you go.
How do we copy and paste it?
I'm going to show you that. You are going to insert.
Wait, could you not click copy?
Insert. I will show you why I don't like doing that in a minute.
Can you restart?
No.
He hasn't started.
Click insert.
I need
Click
to read
chart.
something now.
What is happening right now?
Well, here's the thing. If you will simply do what I'm asking you to do, you will understand why I'm asking you to do it in a
Oh,
minute
then
instead
you
of
do
questioning
spreadsheet.
But when
everything.
we have the knowledge,
And then you do
So you do insert, chart, and then from sheets.
But like, what's really the math behind that?
Like, can you actually just code this entire
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
All of us got this.
you are going to, there should be one file here for you.
Three. Oh yeah, I have like 3.
Okay, then click on the one that is on the top left-hand side.
Insert.
Now, do not click insert because you will insert the data table. Double click on that to get to the different graphs. I did not just click on that. I double clicked on it to get to the graph.
mine doesn't look like that.
So again, insert, chart, from sheets. The one in the upper left-hand corner, double click on it.
I have like different graphs in you.
Yes, let's see.
So you should pick the one that you were just working on that has solubility and temperature. Click it and import it.
Why are you making us hard?
Okay?
Why can't I copy and paste it?
Okay. Look at that graph.
Because then it won't be linked.
Listen, no, it will be, but listen.
No, mine's linked.
Can you let me finish, please?
I could.
Please. Simply asking for a moment here. Okay? I'm going to duplicate this slide. Control. Wow.
See,
Okay. All right. So this is what the graph looks like, correct?
Yep.
All right. Here's the graph that I'm putting in there.
Click copy chart.
Okay. Copy chart. Thank you.
And then just paste it in. And then click link.
see? It's so much easier.
Okay, yours is like twice as long as mine
And it's not very clear, is it?
I mean,
Mine's
you
pretty
could
clear.
change it to do that.
You can. And
What
again,
is it?
this is a problem that Google has that I don't know why. Okay? That is not a very clear looking graph to me. I like the graph that I made on the other, that I imported on the other page much better. To me, that is easier to read. It is clear, all of those things, correct? The point is, if someone were looking at it, you'd want it to make it as good as you can for them. Now, watch this one, ladies and gentlemen. Linked chart. Open source.
I have a question.
Hold on.
Clearly not,
Oh,
Are you mad at us, Mr.
Nope, not at all.
okay. That was a lie.
No, I'm not. But I just,
What a lie.
you guys are trying to slow us down even more than we need to be today. And we do need to get through some things. Now, if it takes me till 8:41, that's fine. And then you don't get any time to work on this. But if you want time to work on this, you need to let me get through it. So I'm going to put in new title. Oops, I'm going to spell title correctly.
Hooray. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Brand.
Now I'm going to go back to this.
Graph look like that.
And now I'm going to hit update.
It's okay. You can just import it.
Now look at the graph. That's that same graph.
Okay, look at mine.
Let's see.
This isn't even the graph. It's just the wording.
Google kind of condenses things.
Google does something.
Yeah.
There, how's that?
Oh, it's too clear.
Google does something.
Google does something where when you copy their chart, it doesn't come out very clear.
Why?
I don't know. I'm not in charge of Google.
Maybe you should be.
But this is the same graph that I just had on there. But now that I changed something and updated it, it made it a lot better graph.
I inserted it and cut off my label.
How does that work?
Somebody fired Google.
Oh,
Wait, why is
And like mine has the labels and yours doesn't. Like, it's so confusing.
Oh my god, how am I supposed to get those other two?
Like, here, his
You just
doesn't have
have
a
to.
label.
You don't have a label on there.
No,
Yes,
it's
you
so
do.
hard to get to that.
Well, how do we
Yeah,
how
it's
do
kinda
we
stupid.
put this?
I don't want that.
That doesn't make oh.
I think so, there's something.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think we shouldn't trust Google.
Do you think Google's making us stupid?
Is Google making us stupid, guys?
No, I don't think Google does that.
Is this because
Didn't
it's
you
not
get your
our
Georgia
fault?
State?
You should
What do you
come
have
to our
going on?
DI
Like,
class.
did you guys have a good quiz?
Who
I
writes
did
in
pretty
quizzes?
good. I got
I'm
not
going
really
really
questions.
I don't know why everyone
I got
from bringing
two.
there you
Don't
go.
like her. She got like 28.
What?
You.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you just said she. Probably not me.
Well,
What are you talking about?
okay.
I asked who.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
How did you fix it?
I made it smaller.
I asked who, and everyone stared at me.
Okay. I honestly do not care how you import your graphs.
Okay.
But here is what you need to get done in the next 15 to 20 minutes. You need to go through all of your slides 16, 17, and 18. And you need to import the graph in each one of those. Okay? Now, what you are required to do is change the title, change the X and Y axis, and you need to add something called a trend line. So let me show you real quick how to do a trend line. So on this one, we were questioning whether or not this was a straight line. So to add a trend line, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to open the source again. If it's still open, you just go back to it. To add a trend line, again, edit chart, customize, and now this one that is series. Click on series. So that was edit chart, customize, and then off of the menu here on the side, click on the one that says series. If it's still showing you this one, close it down. Series. And you go down to where it says format data point. Just below that, there are 3 options. Click trend line. And also under label, click use equation. What that will do, ladies and gentlemen, is that will put a best fit straight line on your graph. So now the blue line is my data. This orange line, and I changed the color so that it came out different. This orange line is what is called a trend line. It is the best straight line through your data points. And then up here, what is this equation? Y equals mx plus b. Now they're only showing you the mx plus b here. But that's where we get that formula. And sometimes we are going to need that formula. Okay? So that is how we add it to our graph. You only need to do the trend line for slides 15 and 16. 17 and 18 don't do a trend line because you'll find that those are not supposed to be straight lines. So what you need to do, ladies and gentlemen, and I will come around and I will help you individually. You can work in groups of 2, whatever. If you need help putting in the titles, putting in the X and Y axes, or putting in the trend lines, or even putting your graph into your lab, I will come around and I will help you. But you need to do this for slides 16, 17, and 18 in your EISN, ladies and gentlemen. So you need to do it for slides 16, 17, and 18 so that all 4 slides are done. Go to work. What? Well, you got some time now. If everybody gets done, we'll stop a little bit earlier, but I'm going to give you about 15, 20, well, yeah, about 15 minutes to get this done.
Do we have to reinsert our graph with the trend line?
No.
You just have to go.
When you go to your, any changes you make, the nice part about you saying to paste it as linked, if you make any changes in your graph, you should be able to go back to your document, and when you click on the graph, you will get that update button. That update button means you changed something. So all you do is hit that update, and it will bring in any of the changes that you made. That is the nice part about these graphs. This is why you paste them linked, as you said earlier, Levi. Because if you don't, every time you make changes, then you would have to re-put them into your Google Sheet. Or I'm sorry, your Google Slideshow. Okay? But by linking them, you'll get that update button. So, if you need help, ladies and gentlemen, raise your hands. I will come over and I will help you individually. Otherwise, let's get this done. Here. Okay. What I did with Levi is I went to the label, to that axis, and I made it smaller. Okay? I don't know why, but apparently it's only giving us so big of a picture to use. And because we have such big titles, we're going over that. So switch your font to a smaller font and it should show up. Okay? So these are some of the things that you may run into in when you're doing a lab. That's if you find a better solution, please tell me. That's the only one I can give you though. Okay? Tara?
Is this one temperature versus heat? I guess.
Okay.
We'll have to do the trend line too, right?
It does seem strange, but that is, yes. Yes. Temperature and heat are 2 different things. We're going to learn that in this unit. Okay? Yeah, I just picked some different variables to use. Main thing is the first variable in your column goes on your x-axis. Second column goes on your y-axis. Okay? If you want to change and add if you're putting in a trend line, I would try to put in a line that is a different color so that it stands out. I'm not going to downgrade you if you leave it the same color though. But I just like the trend line to be a different color so that if someone looks at it, okay, here's the original line, here's the trend line, it's a little bit easier to differentiate the 2. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, I just did.
And again, that's fine. I'm not going to downgrade you if you don't do it, but if you do it, it'll make it a little bit better. Okay? Either that, or what you could do is make your original line a little bit thicker by going back to it and changing the point of the line. Instead of 2 point, maybe a 4 point or 6 point, or a dotted line or something like that. Okay?
Mr. Brand,
Yes.
is that it? So I'm putting in the labels.
Yep.
But,
Oh wait, I think
I'm gonna do the title one, is that fine?
No. That's the unit.
What is it?
Go back to that.
There's a table,
Yep, what's it say at the top?
temperature and heat.
Okay, so heat is the
I'm gonna go-
label,
Yeah, but it's
joules.
supposed to be there, like, I know what I'm supposed to write, but I'm just not sure if it's in the right spot.
No, that's in the right spot. Oh, no, hold on, go back to the table. Go back to your data table. The first column is what goes on the x-axis. The second column is what goes on the y. So this should be heat, because that's a number in thousands, and this should be temperature along the x-axis. Okay. But whenever they graph, in whether it's in Google Sheets or in Google Microsoft Excel, whatever you put in the first column is going to go on your x-axis. Whatever you put in the column afterwards is going to go on the y-axis.
Okay, so is that how it's supposed to
That's
be?
what it's right. I don't know why that's-
Now, how'd you get the degree Celsius? Okay, if that works, great. Excellent.
And now how do I plug in my thing? I just copy paste.
Your trend line or putting it into your
So is
lab?
does this one need a trend line?
Yes.
Okay, how
So
do I do
do
that?
edit, customize, series. Go down, going down, trend line, click the box at the bottom. Now go down a little bit and it says use equation, so that's fine. You're done. Okay? You could change the color so you can see it, but it's basically one line sitting on top of the other there.
Oh, so.
Okay?
Oh.
So that's fine, that's what
Then
you
I just go like this, and then, oh shit, copy paste.
What is that one?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. That'll work. That's it. Do that
Do
for
they
the
all
next
need
two.
trend lines?
No, 3 and 4, you're gonna find that those are ones that it's not a direct and it's not a constant relationship, so don't put trend lines in for them.
No, why not?
Okay, customize, series. Go down, go down. There it is, trend line. And then go down, okay, use equation automatically popped up, so that's fine because that's the equation we want at the top. That's how you do it. First two. The third and the fourth one, you don't need to do a trend line. Okay? How we doing? You always have to have a title with every graph. Okay. So go to edit chart. Go to customize. Go to chart title, chart and axis title,
No, there's
and
one.
then click on the one that says chart title. So that drop down menu there, one that says chart title. And now in that box, you can type it in, okay? If it's up there, you could click on it, but if it's gone, that's the easiest way to get it back. Okay, Justin, okay? Okay, what'd you do?
If you update it.
Yeah.
It'll make it.
No, I agree, I agree, that is the other trick to doing this, is you put it in there,
You all need to see.
but if you didn't do any changes to it,
Just the first.
yeah, change button doesn't interfere. Exactly. So that was the other thing I was trying to show you. You could do that too. You could go back in, change something, and then update it. And again, I don't know why it goes from being so unclear to being much clear. I mean, it's dramatically different in my opinion. But Jared?
How do I get it on the phone? Like when I save it, so it doesn't cut.
Okay, go back to the original. Go back to your copy up there, and click on that. And change the font size because it's just too big a font. So make it like a 20 or 12 or something like that. And now go back into your thing. And that's close enough. Again, there's some things I don't understand about Google, and that's one of them, why it would cut off a title on you when it's putting it in there, but it sometimes does. And you don't actually have to delete it on your slide. You can just go back in, make the changes. When you come back to the graph, there'll be an update button on it, and then you hit update. But be careful, when you leave the Google Slides, not slides, when you leave the Google Sheet, make sure you've gotten out of your changes so your cursor still isn't in like a box, like if you change the title, but you don't hit enter to where it doesn't get finished that, it won't update. Okay? How are we doing?
Is this one we're doing again?
It depends on how soon we get done, but it's, I don't know, it doesn't look good. You guys did a nice job of stalling today. You did. Good job. Good
Thank
job.
you.
Yes, give me 5. Good job. Awesome work.
I try my best. I'm done with my work. Don't yell at me.
I'm not yelling at you, I'd just like to see your work.
It's done. See?
Okay, can you go back to the last one again?
This one? See? Put trust in me. Oh,
I
I
trust
thought
you
you could
completely,
update it.
Brindley, but
I thought it
wanna
already
make
went.
sure.
See?
Okay?
See?
It's not a matter of trust, it's a matter of I want it to be done right. Good? That's real good. Nadia said Dave is okay?
No.
Yes or no? No, I thought that was a no.
No.
What can I do for you, Nadia?
No, fine, I was saying
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It's all right.
no.
like, I'm alright with the work.
Oh, okay.
She's not on.
So it's just personally that you're not all right. Okay,
We
that's
have
good by
a
me.
good
All
impression.
right, excellent, wonderful.
Good by you. That doesn't sound very.
I'm gonna report.
I don't have to be supportive to be a teacher. That's a whole bunch of baloney.
That
Okay.
was so not Red Devil Pride of you.
Show me in Red Devil Pride where it says the teacher needs to be supportive of the student's
Respectful.
personal issues.
That's not very
Be
respectful.
I am being respectful. I'm not
You aren't very
whining
dependable.
about them. I'm not
Be
badgering her about what's wrong.
Be dependable.
Yeah, you're not being very.
I'm here every day. How much more dependable do you want?
I need to depend on
Be
you.
prepared.
I'm here before you every day. I have everything ready to go for you.
Yeah, but you weren't prepared for us to stall them.
No, actually, I was, but since we didn't have a lot to do, it was okay.
What if we like stall even more?
Then you don't get the lab done, and then I guess
if I
you
just
don't get to finish
fall
it,
over?
and then I guess you don't get to turn it in.
That's not nice.
That's a big bummer.
See,
That makes me
now
sad.
you're not being respectful, dependable.
I said
We
okay.
were respectful.
Yeah, whatever. Go with that.
Why am I?
Yes.
That wasn't very
Which
Red Devil
one
Pride of
is
you.
which for that title?
What if we talk about environmental
I
plan?
know
Right.
usually this is like
Global
X and
warming.
Y, but
Exactly.
I can't put this
That's
three.
why I haven't snowed.
Why did I
doesn't
throw
matter.
my?
So your title would be
It's
change in
warmer,
temp
actually.
versus whatever's on the
And it's getting
Y
winter,
axis.
Yes.
So you don't have to get it on the
so I
Y
think I
axis.
too. Why
switched
is that?
it.
Why
Okay.
So,
And last
so
time
mask
wasn't.
goes after.
Well, the only way to know which one goes on which is to go back to the original
I swear to
data
God, I've been
table
through these like 4
and look at which
So-
one's first.
so
Whatever one is first is gonna be on the x-axis.
Also, people.
I need
Because
to
that is the
tell
way that a spreadsheet always works,
My system is
See?
unless you actually
That's not
change
even
things.
right.
Whatever is in the first column goes on the x-axis, second column goes on the
I
y.
don't know,
She
I
always
always
has
like
some
to-
shit going on.
Okay, always.
I go on Flat Earth.
Yes.
TikTok and I do like
Which one?
They just have
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't.
You tell me.
nothing
Do you think you should add a trend line to that? Let me explain first. Normally, a trend line is a linear line,
Oh.
a straight line. So would that graph require a straight line? No. No, because it's not a straight line graph, right?
That just does not
Okay.
look right.
Okay, so let's see how we do.
All be
Any
flat.
questions?
Like,
What?
I talk about flat Earth, I think.
If you don't believe the Earth is flat, what if we all be flat?
No.
No, that's not.
Huh?
That's how the flat Earth.
No,
is
flat Earth
flat.
is. We're standing on top of a flat Earth.
That's not how.
You can
We
stand on
can't.
top of a plate without you.
But you have to, like, gravity's pushing you down.
Okay, is this flat?
The gravity pushes.
Is
us
this
down
flat?
around Earth.
Yeah.
Is that a flat object sitting on a flat surface?
Yeah.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
This is not flat.
Well, it is, because the bottom of it is
Your
flat.
feet
The
are
bottom of your
flat.
feet are flat.
I know, but, like, how is the Earth flat?
It's not. That's the point. Flat earthers are wrong.
What is your issue
That's
here?
what I'm saying.
Because when
So,
they
like,
try to prove their point, they prove.
But
that
you're
the flat
somehow
Earth is
making
round.
their point
I've heard
like
flat
better.
They'll
earthers
prove points
say
that like the horizon.
there are flat
is
earthers
flat.
all around the globe.
they're dumb. They're like me when I'm trying to do something.
Again, if the earth is flat, show me where the edge is. Here's the edge of this counter. Show me where the
No,
edge is.
there's an
This
invisible
planet is
ice wall.
infinite.
Or not
A
invisible.
what?
There's an ice wall.
Yeah, there's an
Antarctica is
ice
really
wall
an
that
ice
won't-
wall, which leads to more land.
9/11
But
was
we-
staged.
He would lend out like $1 million to like a flat earther and like make a like
Now-
docu-series about them trying to find the
No, in a flat earth documentary.
Now, here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, and this is all honesty. It is funny that you guys say this and we laugh at things like that. But there are people who honestly believe the earth is flat.
I don't
Honestly.
believe that.
Stupid.
His name is
I feel
Kanye
bad for them.
West.
I really.
Again, I'm not saying they're intelligent people.
I mean, the
But
water
there are
doesn't
people.
go like in a circle. It goes, it's flat.
What?
So, like the earth is flat.
What?
Like what are the
Right? Yep. Go with that, Nadia. Go with that.
When you flush a toilet, it circles. That means the earth is not
Wait. It actually does circle in the bowl.
Yeah, that was the
Wait,
joke.
so the toilet is more spherical than the earth?
Yes.
No, your
Yes.
toilet is more
Yes.
spherical than the earth.
Yes.
That's what I
Carol's
just
right.
said.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. I wasn't paying
Your toilet is
attention.
more spherical than the earth? No, your toilet is more spherical than the earth.
Oh, okay.
Makes more sense. Thank you for
Sorry.
Hey, and here's the good news, ladies and gentlemen. Just so you all know, since I'm taping today's lesson, this is all out there, going to be on YouTube forever. Someday, some other class is going to watch this video and go, "God, they were dumb in that class." Yeah.
What's your YouTube?
account? What's the YouTube account?
All you need to do is go to the daily agendas in the
What?
thing, and
Mr.
all the
Brand,
videos are
Mr.
there.
Do you actually record all this?
Yes.
You record the voice too?
I record the voice and I record what you're seeing up here so that if you ever miss a day, you could watch the lesson.
Christopher Brand, default.
I gotta go now. I gotta take a break.
Mr. Brand, what year?